I'm a little bit surprised at what we're seeing with some of these high-profile names, a little bit older. High-profile names haven't been snatched up as of yet, but some of the depth guys have gone.
Yeah, and you've got, you know, Dallas rumors to be interested in Radulov. And again, I suspect it's all about the term.
Might we be seeing restraint,
100%.
which is a rarity on this day?
100%. I think if you ask any club, of course, a signing this time of year can maybe change the look of your club, but can it win Stanley Cups? Not to the effect of a trade deadline or other points. This is all about overpaying.
If you have key guys to sign in the future, i.e. the Montreal Canadiens with Carey Price, you can't go crazy. You know, all of a sudden with the McDavid signing, we've seen it with Johansson in Nashville. We're going to see what
McDavid report.
Report or whatever it is. Yeah. So I think everybody's saying, whoa, who have I got to sign?
So you think the report, Elliotte Friedman, with the 8-year deal that Connor McDavid is working on right now, over $13 million per year, was your report earlier this week. Do you think that influenced some of what we're seeing and maybe some pullback from people?
If you're Toronto with Austin Matthews, if you're New York with John Tavares.
Laine in Winnipeg.
Laine in Winnipeg. If you're, well, I mean, Edmonton still has to do the Draisaitl.
Carlson down the road.
Carlson in Ottawa. Carey Price in Montreal. I mean, San Jose is going to announce today their 2 deals.
So that softened the market, that McDavid report.
Well, I think teams are looking at it and saying we have to adjust to what we have to look in the future. By the way, San Jose is going to announce today that Martin Jones is signing for $5.75 and Vlasic is signing for $7 million a year. So that affects what they're going to do, even with their own 2 guys.
And it changed the number. Tarasenko re-signed in St. Louis in the ballpark of what, $7.5 million. That was the number. Draisaitl would have been happy to sign for $7.5 million times 8 if he thought that the McDavid number would have come in probably around 10.
So what did Draisaitl's number go to?
It's not just what Draisaitl's number went to. It's, to Elliott's point, what did Matthews' number go to?
And Johansson.
What does Ryan Johansson... you said he might be in the ballpark of $8.5 million.
The asking price could be in that range. Well, so serious.
So you don't want to get caught now. If Matthews turns around and has another 40-goal season and he's in the ballpark of $12 to $13 million, and I wouldn't ask for a penny less than McDavid. I'm as valuable to the Leafs as he is to Edmonton. Therefore, it should almost match. I don't want to be caught in the 7.5 range for the next 8 years. Draisaitl, I'm sure they would love to still sign him for $7 or $7.5 million. But over the course of 8 years, he's going to take almost $50 million less than McDavid. Can't have that.
So where do you think his number ends up?
Daren, I think the best bet for him is if the Oilers want him at 7 or 7.5, then he'll say, okay, I will give you that number, but you got to give me 5 years, and in 5 years, I'm gonna walk out the door and try to get my $10 or $11 million elsewhere.
What about an offer sheet for Leon Draisaitl? I've heard that floated around.
Yeah, I know we all talk about it, but why are you gonna? I mean, I guess you could offer sheet Edmonton. First of all, they're gonna match anything, and secondly, I guess. Is there a number that you can put Draisaitl at that you feel he's a cornerstone player for you that's going to put Edmonton's cap in a really bad spot?
10.5.
You know, I'll tell you this. I did the math this week, and there's all sorts of debate about the growth of the salary cap, too. But if you gave Draisaitl $10 million and the cap didn't go up at all, they would be taking, McDavid and Draisaitl would be 31% next year. That's exactly what Crosby and Malkin were in 2000. I just want to say one thing before we go. But it looks like Anaheim's getting close to Cam Fowler's extension, and I hear it's going to be 8 times 6.5.
I wouldn't want to be negotiating Draisaitl's contract with Mike Liut right now. I'll tell you that.